You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AFTERBUZZ TV for Vampire Diaries. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Vampire Diaries news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AFTERBUZZ TV for Vampire Diaries.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzzers? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in the AfterBuzz TV studios.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Welcome in the AfterBuzz
Yes,
studios.
thank you. Vampire Diaries. I was not here last week. I'm so sorry. I'm blaming it on Virgin America.
I'm blaming it on your lazy.
I wish I was lazy because
Virgin America is usually amazing.
I blame everything on being a virgin.
that's what Elena says.
I'm going to steal that and use it in my personal life.
But let's go around the room because we have some amazing people for the Vampire Diaries. We have, to my left,
Emily Harbert. Hi. I'm so happy to be back with Jesse.
across from Emily, we have
Billy Nilles.
next to Billy Nilles, we have
Hello, everyone. It's Brittany Brower.
it's Brittany, bitch.
It's Brittany Biatch.
And sitting on the fabulous couch over in the
Lovely
special guest studios, we have
glamorous.
Sir David Schifilliti.
Hello.
Work.
Hello. How you
Work
doing?
that couch out. Yes, ma'am, honey.
Live from DC.
Reporting.
Reporting.
So, all right, so I wasn't here last week, but tell me, guys, are we loving the second half of the season?
Living.
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 Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because I watched the episode recently, the first episode from last week recently, and I said to myself, I know people are into Twilight, but like, how can you not be into this show? This show is like,
I am offended when people say they don't watch it. I take it offensively. Like I'm the creator of the show. I'm like, what do you mean you don't watch Vampire? What do you? And I'm like this. Then I always ask them, what do you watch?
right.
What do you watch?
Real Housewives
And
of
they-
Beverly Hills.
No, sorry. What do you mean you watch, like, I love Gossip Girl too, but what, that's all you watch?
Right.
You don't watch that.
Can I say one thing about this season? I feel as if there's a lot more, there's episodes that are really just saved by one moment. I feel as if all around, like the first 2 seasons, there were some really strong episodes that were just unbelievable start to finish. But I think, like, I mean, I just think there's been some episodes where it's like, it has been saved and we think it's fabulous because of this one moment.
Like
Because
last
of
week.
Damon
Like
taking
last
his
week.
shirt off.
Okay.
like last week
With the kiss.
with the kiss.
Yeah.
If there was no kiss, we would have been like, okay, fine. It was.
But you
okay.
gotta have leader up episodes. You have to have those episodes that aren't necessarily going to be like the amazing.
No,
whatever.
I completely agree, but I just think this season's been a little heavier with them.
You're talking
wait.
about the entire season, though,
I'm talking
not
about-
just the second half, right?
Yeah, okay. You had said second half,
But I think, David, we've said that the beginning half of this season was really one of its strongest.
I loved it. I
I
thought
mean,
it was
every
amazing.
episode
Yeah,
was
every
like,
episode
bam,
was
bam,
so
bam,
good.
By the
bam.
way,
I have to concur. I love
by the
it.
way, the writers did not feel the same way.
That's crazy.
Well, then
They did
they're
not feel
awful. They should be
and
fired.
CW, none of them felt the
Well,
same
they
way.
should be
Well, no, they
thanking their
shouldn't be
actors
fired.
then, you know?
Yeah.
Because
No,
they
I
did an
think a
amazing
lot of
job.
them were like the one episode where whatchamacallit, when in the school, the senior prank night episode,
Mhm.
like to me that was saved at the end of like, there was some, like Rebecca saved that episode and Stefan being like a really big douche at the end saved that episode. Were, like the best.
Honestly, I've
I don't
just
know.
really enjoyed. Yeah, I really
I
enjoyed it.
can't. I
I
don't
am
know.
sorry, but I disagree with you, Emily.
Billy,
Yeah.
what have you been? What did you think about tonight's episode?
I mean, tonight, I think tonight was the first one where I sort of felt that it was, I kind of see where she was coming from. I
Right,
didn't
I
feel that
agree.
the first half. I feel that tonight was a little slower.
Yeah.
Not that I hated it. I don't think I ever dislike a Vampire Diaries episode.
I agree with you. Yeah, I don't dislike
I think that
it.
like a mediocre Vampire Diaries episode is still better than most.
I just think it's part of the course that some are
it's
gonna.
natural. There's 20 episodes. There's not everyone is gonna be like jump out of your chair, fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's just. I mean, that's what TV's all
They
about.
even tried to do the hint tonight, like the kiss, like almost again, like the same. Damon was standing in the exact same spot with Elena,
with his hand under his
same
chin,
porch
was
background, the same thing going on in the back, and like we're like, okay, really, like, and obviously they couldn't do it twice in a row. They had to do a little teaser, so yeah, it can't be as magical.
And
as
I think that definitely this one was, this episode was functioned to set more stuff up in another episode.
And we'll explain in news and gossip because next week is going to be crazy. We have some very big special guests coming next week.
It's weird because
oh really?
The preview for next week just seemed to be like a lot of action.
It looked
and
like crack. Like
it
I
just
can't even
looked
keep
like
up with
we
these.
can't keep up with it. I was like, okay, so what's happening next week? Like I didn't really get it. But anyways, we should.
Let's talk about
we'll
this
get on
week.
that. Yeah, let's talk about what
Let's start with
happened.
Bonnie and Jeremy. Basically, Jeremy was compelled. We saw to leave Mystic Falls.
Right.
Do
To
we
stay
agree
with
with
family,
this?
friends.
Do we agree with this? Do we think that this was a good idea?
Okay, he literally, if he took his ring off, he stood in traffic because Klaus, made one of his hybrids run him over in traffic. If they didn't see the ring sitting there, he would be dead off the show. Elena would not have a brother anymore. She is being an older sister.
We talked
and making sure to protect her brother.
She's doing what she's always been doing, is protecting and looking out for his best interest,
And
considering they don't have parents anymore.
We talked about this last week too, how his character has kind of been like a blah character recently, just kind of there being like, I want to save the day, or just is kind of interchangeable.
He needs to go on vacation.
Well,
yeah, it's just you don't need him for a storyline.
Yeah, do you think they rushed that ghost thing with him?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah,
they
because
kinda,
everybody
wrapped it up really quickly.
Because
right?
everybody hated the ghost. Everybody was like, "This is really fucking stupid."
We didn't hate the ghost.
Watch the language.
Sorry.
It was another like interesting element, I think, as far as the supernatural elements on this show go, but I think it was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was just a way for them to bring Bonnie and Jeremy to the forefront of the storylines, I think, and it just didn't work.
No.
Right.
Everything else was sort of superseding.
And like Brittany
those two
said,
storylines.
it gave Matt a little something more for them to write for Matt.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm
actually
surprised
liked it.
I'm surprised they don't have Matt actually driving Jeremy to the wherever he's going for that. Like
Denver.
Well, and you know what, Matt, we actually need you to drive Jeremy.
Why don't you stay over
If you could go
He's
ahead,
guardian.
if you could go ahead and grab your keys right now, that would all. I don't really feel like driving. I'm tired. And Jeremy really does need someone to look after him. So if you could do that, that would be great.
Really appreciate it. So
I think we
That
should.
would be awesome.
I would say we just call it what it is.
In a couple weeks, he's gonna go visit him
Yeah.
for sure.
We
Like,
need-
I just got
But
back.
by the
from
way,
visiting Jeremy.
the character who really makes the big random disappearances is Bonnie.
Bonnie, yeah.
Bonnie's always gone for like a random 3 weeks.
no, but you know what?
Like,
They all do it.
visiting
Bonnie's
her
busy.
family.
She's busy. Busy
No,
Bonnie.
the rest of them will maybe be out for one episode.
No, Tyler was gone for how long? And we were
Yeah.
like,
No, Tyler was gone in the first season for a while.
and
but
this
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, when
The beginning of
Rebecca-
this season, yeah.
When Rebecca kidnapped
when the
him
MIA.
for one night, and then no one cared for like 3-4
Yeah.
weeks.
They're busy too.
Wait, when
Everyone's
did
busy
she
on this
kidnap
show.
him?
Everyone's busy.
They have other lives. Bonnie is
Yeah.
learning about her witchcraft.
So we
yeah,
accept it
Bonnie's
with
always
Bonnie.
gone.
Getting stronger.
We accept it with Bonnie.
I mean,
Tyler's experimenting with other ladies outside of Mystic Falls.
But so speaking of Bonnie, I mean, here's another thing that kind of Vampire Diaries always just kind of brushes over certain things. What did you guys think about Bonnie and Jeremy as far as now Bonnie cares that Jeremy's being pushed away? Because before this...
Please, give me a break.
Thank
Why
you.
on earth does she care? She broke up with him. She's like, I'm sick of him. I don't want to
ghosts,
see
all
him
these
again.
girl ghosts.
Like, get over it. Either you love him or you don't.
See,
Right.
I
Move
don't.
on with
I
your
didn't.
life.
I mean, there was like a very loud reaction to Bonnie in the room when we were watching, and I actually sort of didn't agree. I don't think that she was like didn't want him to leave because she was in love with him, but I understood the fact that I think that she's gotten to the point where Elena does make decisions for almost everybody. She does
agree.
try and lead
I
everyone
agree.
and thinks that she knows what will save everybody's
Elena
life
has a
all
lot
of
on
the
her
time.
plate.
No, I understand that. But
She is
But
stressed.
at the same time, you can understand that Bonnie's like, you can't let him choose. Tell him you
Yeah.
want him to go away and let him decide to leave.
I think
Like you're not letting him make up
Yeah,
his
but we
own
know
mind.
he's gonna say no.
Right, but
he's
you
gonna be
understand
like
why somebody
that.
would disagree with
Right,
that
but also
too.
he's 16 years old.
She's older.
You know,
Yeah.
she is older. She is like the leader of their family, and she's
Yes.
making the right decision for her
Yes.
family.
And she
I-
feels
and
guilty that
and she
is.
is the leader of
I
that
agree on both sides. Like, I understand why Elena's doing it, but
Yeah.
I understand why Bonnie feels that way. And I think the end of Bonnie and Jeremy's relationship was really weird because there was never really, I don't even remember like a big epic breakup scene.
Nope.
There wasn't. It was just like,
Just
I'm
general.
sharing our relationship with ghosts. Like, I can't
that.
really do this anymore. And that was it. So I don't think she was ever like, and I think she said something about in this episode, she never was really like angry at him. And she had said it before, he never broke up with Anna or Vicky.
Vicky,
They died. So she kind of understood why he was still attached.
Not dating.
No.
So
Wait, do we? I didn't get that. I don't.
Or Alaric.
I didn't get that Bonnie understood it.
no,
Bonnie was upset with it.
she
and
was
didn't understand
upset,
it.
but no, she understood it because
I think
they
she
never
understood,
broke.
but it still
She
Yeah.
upset
understands.
her.
But she understands. She just
understood.
at the end of the day, she just wants to be like, Elena, calm down. You don't get to always make the
Yeah.
decisions for everyone. Nuh-uh. You need to let him know. That's what Bonnie's doing. But then she takes a step back and she's like, okay,
Right.
I mean, it is going to save him in the end of the day. 'Cause
All
let's
right.
face it,
Yeah.
he doesn't have any secret powers except for that ring. And we already saw that does not really protect him. Klaus already got that right off.
And they were also worried because of how long it took Alaric to get better.
come back, yeah. And
She
then
starts
he
to think that those don't work for very
Right.
long, and I think that was what pushed her to get rid
Yeah,
of
but
him.
that ring has
Also-
been around for centuries.
Yeah,
Why all
I
of a
don't
sudden
think
is it
it's
going to
that.
lose juice?
And let's
Has a
get to the
shelf
production
life.
side of it. There's a lot more characters to bring in right now, so
Yeah,
we gotta
there's
we
that
gotta
too.
cut everyone's
Yeah.
time down.
We gotta
Right.
get that doctor.
and also,
in.
I mean, Jeremy's died like 3 times in this
I
show
know.
and come back
I
to life.
think
I
more.
think like
he's the
yeah.
Buffy.
think
He's the
more.
Sarah Michelle Gellar of the show.
Yes. Oh.
Please.
He wishes.
Hey, the
Please.
Sarah Michelle Gellar. Oh,
Not
the buff.
even.
The good old buff.
All right. So let's talk about Caroline. This was her birthday episode. I'm kind of disappointed with
funeral.
Vampire Diaries because they were putting out spoilers like this was going to be the birthday episode. Caroline, wait till she comes back because she wasn't in the first episode.
You
I
know
was
what?
kind of-
I think they set this whole episode up with her birthday, whatever, her being upset that she was celebrating her 18th birthday, and now she's like stuck as a 17-year-old for all of eternity, blah, blah, blah. She's depressed, but she now has a new love interest.
Yeah, I think I feel as if it is
Wait a minute.
saved by a moment.
What do you mean, wait
A
a
new
minute?
love interest.
Klaus.
Who?
Klaus.
You guys really took this as serious?
Did you
Yeah.
look at her
Did I?
face when
Did
she
you-
He
opened
was
up that
in
bracelet?
tears.
Okay.
There was some
He had
really.
tears
They
in
were
it.
I
setting
did.
that
No, I
up.
sensed that. But then at the same time, like
I don't know
okay.
if it's serious on Klaus's end, but she thinks it's serious.
But she is like digging him hard.
She's ready.
Can he?
No, she is
wait,
young.
can he can
she
compel
did just
vampires
turn
though?
18.
Yeah, but
He
they
can
all,
compel vampires.
He can,
They
but
all
they're
they
all
all
on Vervain.
on Vervain now.
Yeah.
Because they know that.
That he's-
But
can
here's the
do
thing:
it.
I liked because you see it's more character growth because you always see Caroline as the one who's like happy. I want to party. I want to.
good.
She's the eternal blonde.
Yeah, so it gets more into her.
Literally.
It makes her
Literally.
more interesting. It made her and Tyler's relationship. It was really depressing, obviously, when they like broke up and then they got back together and then
He bit her.
they.
That was rough.
Yeah,
It was rough.
it was rough.
Normally I like a good bite, but
It was rough.
that's a Debbie
but I like-
Downer bite. Like, she's it.
and they never really bring up that fact that you really are the same age, and it would suck being 17 and not 18. I mean, you can
It
compel
would be
somebody.
awesome to be 17 for the
Yeah,
rest
for
of
the
my
rest of my-
effing life.
I'd
Your
like
skin
to go
is
back.
like fabulous.
Yeah, can I
forever,
get
like-
that?
You're young, your hair is full.
But if you want to be 18,
whatever
17
you
and
want.
18, it's like,
I'm pushing 30 this year. Can I be 17? I'll be a Drew Barrymore movie and play a 30-year-old playing a 17-year-old all day long.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you guys think of Matt's reaction when Tyler showed up at the awkward birthday funeral?
That was
they
just
had?
another scene from Matt before he goes on hiatus. We need a good expression from Matt since he's leaving soon.
They had
So
to
bring in
fulfill
Tyler.
his episode
Cue
with
Tyler.
number in his contract.
Yeah.
Like, okay, throw him into the birthday
We
party.
need a good dramatic moment from Matt and scene.
I do think Matt was
We're
there
gonna
for a
improv
reason.
this one.
I think Matt was there for a reason, especially with him and Elena.
Yeah,
I do think there was a reason for that moment on the bridge with them, because she is a human, and sometimes we forget about that.
They're
And
always going to have
she's-
that.
Yeah.
That
And they
always have
were
to bring-
together. Yeah, and they were together. And it was a big moment because it was the bridge where her parents died, and he was the only one who knew her. So I think if it was Damon, it kind of would have been like a little too
But by the way-
predictable / like, oh,
But
this is
also-
another love scene between them.
At the same time, when Matt and Elena were on the bridge, and he was telling her about her old life, and he was like, it's okay for you to move on and let that girl go.
Yeah.
I mean, he's sort of telling her to, like,
Let go of me.
let go of me and move on with your
Yeah.
life. Like,
I
let
think
go
she
of
did.
Stefan.
It
let
was
go
called
of Janet.
Stefan 2
Oh,
years
yes,
ago.
she definitely did.
I think that happened a while ago, but
Oh,
No, technically only a
awkward.
year.
It's only been a year.
it's only been a year.
Oh, I know. I always forget because it's been going on for a few years now for us. But yes.
Oh, another random little moment in that cemetery scene. I'm very confused with Bonnie's powers. Because, and I think I'm spoiled by
Yeah.
Buffy, where Willow, we saw every season her
powers got
became
stronger?
and stronger. Where Bonnie, it's
I
like
like-
Bonnie can one day like destroy a town, and then now she's like closing her eyes and like
Yeah,
really trying to
I-
light these birthday candles. Like,
I noticed that too. She tried a little too hard to light the birthday
Yeah.
candle.
And
I
I
did
think
too.
Elena
I know.
was a
Little
little
bit.
bit too surprised that
Yeah.
she was able to
You
light it.
Yeah.
remember when she like saved Elena's life?
Yes. By
I'd be
bringing
like,
her back to
oh, fire.
Ooh.
Good job. When did you learn that trick? No, let's talk about this.
Actually,
Hold on. Yes. You'll blow them out in a minute. When did we do this? Nice work. Oh, look
Yeah,
at the
it
witch
was
here.
poorly written. It just
I
didn't
thought they were
track with
gonna
everything
they were
else.
gonna make like, which I think would have been like a cute moment, like a fun little joke out of the fact that Caroline couldn't have fire because she's a vampire, and vampires like burn from, don't they? Fire
that was
can
a
burn
little
them.
birthday candle. This is not gonna
They
do
can, but I was like, okay, maybe they can joke about it that Caroline shouldn't be around fire or something. Maybe it could be a little fun
not
joke.
They
Frank-
but-
can be in fire. They have those, amazing growth hormones. I'm still trying to get injected in my face that will regenerate you,
Yeah.
even if you're in fire. They can't burn for a long time. Headless, no.
By the way,
I learned that from Twilight. That if you cut the head off and then push them in fire, no go. But
it ends right there.
But just
Just
fire,
fire.
their skin will regenerate. I think it's vitamin C serum.
I think there's different Twilight rules than Vampire Diaries. I think there's different vampire rules.
I like
There
that we-
are,
I
because
like
those
that
are
we
Mormon
watch-
vampires.
I like
and these
that-
are Christian
Yes.
vampires.
These are Christians.
Can I just say that I love that we compare every Twilight or Buffy's to, like, we're like, no, these are the rules. The witches and Buffy can do
Buffy
this.
is the rule. Anything
we're
that happened
like-
in
It's
Buffy
true.
is the rule.
Buffy is the rule.
And now we're like this.
No.
Oh,
I'd have to
it.
disagree with you
Willow
because-
did not do that.
You're gonna have two very upset gays over here.
And one
Disagree with that.
and one straight that sometimes likes to, look at other girls. No, I'm just kidding.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
Just kidding. That was just a little
And
joke.
we've gone off on
Off
the wrong
topic.
direction.
All right, so back to Caroline.
Yes.
So I want to hear, Billy, what you have to say about this, because I get the romantic, but Vampire Diaries to me always does that with every character. You could put freaking Jeremy and Matt in the same room and we're like, ooh, they're hooking up. It's just the way that
But that's
what
the
we
way,
wish
No.
for.
It's the way the show is written.
Right,
Because
so-
when they were having their bromance, we were like,
Yeah.
are they gonna make out?
Yeah.
but so hear me
It's
out.
like the way
This-
people talk to each other.
Exactly. This is why I was confused by that scene. I didn't see it like, oh, he was in love with her. I felt like he looked at her more like Rebecca, like the little
I was
sister.
thinking that
She's
too.
turning 18, and here she is. Here's a birthday gift. Like that's what I
He's
took.
Oh, no,
replacing
I wanted-
Rebecca.
Not replacing,
Oh.
but he understood it and
He's
understood the
replacing.
love
He killed
for Tyler.
his sister.
Because then I even turned to you and I said,
Yeah,
why
you
did he
did.
let Tyler walk away like that?
And you know what? You are so right because you're actually watching it with like a logical mind. All I do is look at it and go,
You're waiting for
And I
Vampire
wanted her
Diaries
to-
porn edition.
I'm waiting waiting for that one actually, and I was waiting for her to wake up and then like this, and I wanted to see Klaus' big arm around her, and then be like this.
Yeah.
I wanted the Damon towel scene with Klaus that morning.
Ooh,
Here's that's what I initially thought with her, the Rebecca thing, but I think that now that what would be a more interesting storyline than having
pissed.
Caroline and Klaus. Like, I think that would be fascinating and an amazing twist. Like, it won't be really amusing. Okay, so it did show that Klaus has some humanity.
Yeah, I think that,
and which was definitely the point to it, one of the things. But hey, if it happens, I'm all for it. I think they'd look hot together.
I feel like Klaus is a new Damon.
I do.
Remember how in the beginning of the series, Damon was
Klaus.
such the bad guy. He was very bad.
Right.
But we knew there was something, even though we hated Klaus in the beginning of this, since Klaus has been introduced to the show, we haven't liked him. But now it's shown humanity. It shows his love for his sister. It shows his love for her family. He's still really messed up. Yeah. Clearly.
Right. And I think that's what they've been trying to do.
But
sort
they're
of
all
over
messed
the span
up.
of this
Damon was like
season.
that. Look at Stefan now. They're
Stefan's
all completely
the bigger. I think Stefan's a bigger asshole than Klaus now. It's like he just can't stop.
But we're just saying that. I mean, Klaus has done some effed up stuff. Damon has done some effed up stuff. We're just experiencing
We're saying that
Stefan
I think
live.
that they're bringing in a little bit of humanity, so it's kind of making you.
Okay, but guys, let me ask this. Let me play devil's
maybe.
advocate. Do we really think that that was truly his humanity coming through, or I mean, Stefan just screwed him over? Is this a part of his plot?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
And what is the plot? What do you think the plot
is? That's what I don't know. I was watching that wondering, what he's always a step ahead, and so what is he planning with this? But I do think also that I think that they don't want to lose Klaus as a character once this wraps up.
Right. In the long run.
And so in order to keep him around and make it believable that he could become somebody who's not a villain anymore, they have to start humanizing him
He's
at this
now
point.
in
which is what they're doing very very minutely, but they're doing it. But I mean that's what I was watching and wondering what is his plan here? Is he trying to lure Caroline over to him or what?
Say it.
All right, let me ask this.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. His plot is exactly the opposite of what Stefan said tonight. Stefan said he's a bad guy. So if you want to defeat the bad guy, you have to be a more evil
now he's
villain.
Going to become the good guy.
So Klaus is a step ahead and says, you know what? I'm going to befriend all of your friends, and you're going to be the outcast.
Yep. And
that's a good idea. That's a good theory. I like that theory.
Which I don't understand why Stefan said to be the bad guy.
No.
But I don't understand why Stefan said to be the bad guy, you have to be the worst, a worst villain, when that contradicts everything in the season. There's always been bad guys, and they've always been the good ones.
No.
And they've always beaten the bad guy.
But I do understand what he's saying, because Klaus is very manipulative. So, and Stefan's lived that life.
No, I agree with you, 100%. 100% he's doing the opposite. He's already doing it.
Right.
Now the whole town, the whole founders, there's a billion of them.
I mean, the weekly party.
We just got introduced to a new founding family, the Fells.
We did.
Who have never attended any of the other hundreds.
Welcome, Fells.
They're from the book. Meredith is from the book and plays Elena's best friend in the book. And when the show came out, all the book fans were like, "Where the fuck's Meredith?" Oh. And she actually in the book falls in love with Alaric. And the interesting part about her character, and Julie Plex said, the showrunner said this is going to translate onto the show, is that she's the only one that kind of irks Damon. She can scare Damon, he gets a little
uncomfortable around
Leave
her.
that for predictions.
Yeah, predictions.
I'm uncomfortable with her.
I mean, she's Nanny Carey. She's a creepy ass.
Crazy Nanny
But let's just
Carey.
talk about her right now, because she
she's
just pops out of
Melissa
nowhere.
on Pretty Little Liars.
Okay, well, wait a
always
minute.
the
You can't
bitch.
judge her from what she's been.
Where she's come from.
But here's the thing.
Everyone's judged by where they come from.
And by the way, there's a lot of characters. I forget who.
This is the
what
second one from
movie
Pretty Little Liars. That's
Oh,
on the show, right?
they were saying.
Bianca Lawson.
I just thought.
The third.
Did you guys see the
Who's the other one?
Rebecca.
Oh, that's right. Rebecca was on Pretty Little Liars.
They're just whoring these girls out.
It's the same casting people.
Yeah.
I mean, can CW call me? Hello. I did do a show on CW. Granted, it's reality, whatever.
They'll call you for remodels.
I can do this. I can be Elena, be real dramatic in every scene I'm in. and be real serious. And I can definitely get in bed with Damon if there's a character to be called for that. I'll take it.
Maybe a new girlfriend.
I'll take one for the team. Just saying, just throwing it out.
But no, so what I'm saying, there are people. Somebody was saying, did you guys see the girl with the dragon tattoo?
Of course, read the books, love
There
it.
was the guy who plays the bad guy. I have my family was saying
Windstrom.
I knew he was the bad guy because he plays the bad guy in every single movie he is in.
Right.
It's like.
And Tori DeVito always plays the bitch.
The crazy bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel as if because Tori DeVito, she's going to play the crazy bitch.
She will be a crazy bitch.
And they did not, I mean, obviously, I think that, a little bit was it that she's married to
Stefan.
To Stefan. She's
his wife.
Well,
Yeah.
that, and also I read that she's one of the only castmates that actually has
read the books, yeah.
and is obsessed with the books.
But by the way, even the showrunners hate the books.
What happened?
The Kevin Williamson hates
Showrunners
the
just
books.
hate everything. Why do they do this show?
I know.
Hate
they
the books,
hate
hate
it.
what they're writing.
They hate witches.
Whatever.
Hate witches.
I love
hate
these
all
It's
my
writers.
making
work.
us money.
Yeah.
You know what they love? Their paychecks.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so let me ask you guys. With Meredith, and then we saw Dr. Brian at the founders party, and Alaric came up to him.
Alaric. Can you just say it?
No,
Alaric.
it's my accent, and I'm saying it like that. I pronounce Wilshire, all that
It's
stuff.
not an accent.
It's not an accent. You just
It's
can't
a dialect.
It's my dialect.
It's Jesse Janedy
But
dialect.
Brian said, get to know her before you become her white knight. What did you guys get from that?
That there's something fishy about
But
her.
what do you think it is that's fishy about her?
She's a murderer.
Because considering
got a
he
secret.
showed up dead at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Right after she lost a
something's-
patient.
Yeah,
I
something's
think
not
she just
right.
has very bad menstrual cycles, and he's just warning.
Forget you.
He's just giving a fair warning as an ex-boyfriend. Just hey,
Watch out.
I want to double.
There's
think
a
this.
week every
So-
month where
Okay.
she is.
Do we think Brian is some sort of supernatural as well?
No.
No.
No, I think he was just a casualty.
There's a few casualties in this episode.
There were a lot of casualties.
There was a few decapitations that were a
already-
little. There was a head in a bag.
Stefan went ham tonight.
Yeah,
Like,
I already said that poor hybrid who had the first scene of the show, and you know how proud the actor side of that guy is, telling all of his friends, "Yeah, I'm on Vampire Diaries. I just got part. I'm a hybrid," and he literally died within 2 seconds of being on show.
He didn't even speak.
That was
Could have been an extra for the day.
yeah, exactly.
Background.
Featured extra.
He
Yeah,
was
his
PG.
part got upgraded. Hey?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't tell anybody that part. It's like, yeah, I'm a hybrid. I can catch me on Vampires.
TBD.
You have
You
a
know,
party at
Thursday
home with all your
nights.
friends. Well, so we talked about Klaus. Let's get into Stefan this episode.
He's such an asshole.
Stefan,
Like I
stop
said,
being
went
bad.
ham. But my question for you guys is the ongoing question here. Do we think that Stefan is really playing this part? Is really feeling this part towards Elena as far as he doesn't care anymore?
I still think that he is playing a part
Yeah.
within his life. Like
He's pretending.
He is pretending, and at the end of this season, it's going to be like one of those things. I
He
just did it
thinks-
for you to protect you.
He does. That's
Elena.
I agree 100%.
Right.
Here's the thing.
We know that's coming.
I think
It has to.
reading interviews and all this stuff, I disagree with that. I think there has been some fakeness to it. In the beginning, we saw it.
Mm-hmm.
The way, because he knew about the necklace, that Elena had the necklace. And I think now, especially this episode, what he did to Elena, it's so bad that even no one pretending could do something that horrible. That's where her parents died.
That
was- that's
why he did it.
I think he
Yeah.
forgot that.
No,
I don't think
I
I think
thought he
it's
was
just
like-
he's that, and I think that's why the writers made it so incredibly awful to really he's over the edge.
But
and
then
he
where
is
do you ever
such an
redeem that
asshole.
character?
That's what I'm
again?
saying
And then
is
how do you
that
let
he
him ever
should-
become a
you
hero
have
again?
to bring.
But Julie Black said Paul Wesley would be totally fine if he was the bad guy. Paul Wesley loves playing the bad guy.
Yeah,
That's
but
who he is. He's a jerk.
Unfortunately, he's not a writer. So, I mean, you can love playing whatever part you want. It doesn't always work out for you. So, I mean, I think
Yeah,
that
to me, if that's how they kept it, I would feel like cheap to me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If he just became a jerk and
Oh,
never
I
was redeemed.
because he
I agree
murdered,
with
he
that.
was the bloody ripper or whatever. You know, he
Right.
did all
He's
that
already
stuff.
been
before.
that.
He's already been that, so, and he came back from that. So this is like, I mean,
he
he's
can't
came
come back from
way
this,
worse,
right.
and now, and we already know he's already shown humanity, which
Yeah.
before when he was the ripper, he was way worse. So I think that if he came back from that, he can definitely come back from this. And
I think
obviously
he can
wasn't in
come
the
back. I think he can come back from it. I think it would be kind of cheaper if he came back from it and was like, "Oh, by the way, I was faking it the entire time."
He knows Elena won't take him back right now, and so it's easier for him to be bad because it masks his feelings for being really hurt and upset. He
You
didn't
really
want-
think that Elena wouldn't take him back right now?
No,
Not
I don't.
right now.
Because
No.
She
Damon's
wouldn't even
looking
kiss
mad
Damon
hot.
at the end of the night.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
That's
but she
just for
wouldn't-
ratings.
no.
They have to do that. They have to not let us have everything all at once because we know we want to see it, or at least I do.
But
I
look at
can't
her
wait.
eyes every time. Like last week we got it, and then again this week, where Damon says, "You know what? Stefan did this for me because I'm his brother." Tonight, Stefan played the ultimate chess move, and Elena just sits there and opens her eyes some more.
'Cause she
The only
can.
thing that Stefan really screwed up, and like I understand the whole speeding with the car thing to scare her to get that reaction out of her, because Klaus wouldn't have done it if he didn't hear
Right.
that. But really, you really effed up with the whole mother dying in the
That's
bridge.
why he did it.
Yeah.
He's
That's
doing
why
it to
he did
turn
it,
her
yeah.
off of him completely because he's so afraid that she's going to get hurt because of her connection to him. And that was the ultimate way to get her to never look at him that way again. That's what he knew he had to do. So he knew exactly what he was doing. And yeah, it was ridiculously over the limit, but that's why it worked. And that was what his intention was.
But
I
so-
think he was over the limit just by throwing her cell phone out the window. That alone, I would have been like, what? All my contacts, all my numbers, my reminders were on that, my calendar. I mean, F you. We are really done now, MF. We are done. That's all it would have taken from me.
Well, so then
Good to know.
versus the we will not F with your phone.
We will not do
As a
that
matter of
to
fact, here's your part. Oh no, but so with versus the ratings thing, why do you think then Elena didn't want him to kiss her tonight?
I think because her
She's still
ex-boyfriend,
conflicted.
yeah, she's still conflicted. Her ex-boyfriend, who she was madly in love with, just did something horrible to her, and it's
Like, she probably just
it
didn't want to
hurt
be
her
kissed.
so much. Yeah,
She's like, I
she's
don't want
not
to have
gonna,
anything
like,
to happen to me right now.
jump into
I wanna go take a
Damon's
bath.
arms like, oh, I love you. Who cares about this guy who he hurt her? And yeah, she has
She's
to
not
get
ready
over
to
that.
jump
She's
right
not
in his
re-
arms,
no.
even though she wants to.
Yeah,
Also, like,
she said,
you can
she
love
says,
somebody as much as you want. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean you have to like them. Who's
Yeah.
to say that she still doesn't love Stefan?
Of
There's
course
a
she does.
very
Of
thin
course she
line.
does.
There's a very thin line between love and hate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there was definitely a mad love there. I mean, they were really in love. I
Right,
mean,
and even
it was
And
a
that's why
very
it's hurting
true
her,
thing.
because she
And she
loves
tried
him.
so hard to get him not compelled by Klaus. She tried so hard, and then even then all the stuff, all the names in the wall of his secret compartment in his apartment, you know, she saw all of that, and she still loves him, and she still wants to save him, and she is always going to have that. She has that saving mother quality in her that she just wants to
That's why she's working
save
out.
him. Yeah, that's why she's being
Let's
Buffy.
not, we're not even
Yeah.
touching
But
on that.
no, she was working at. She was using the punching bag as her taking out her anger
Sexual
at the
aggression.
sexual aggression at the
For
fact that
Damon.
exactly.
Yeah.
But anyways, did anybody else realize that she said with her and Matt's little convo,
That was stupid.
she said falling in love with vampires,
Right.
Yeah.
She did
and I was
pluralize
like
that.
plural. She knows she has feelings for Damon.
And I
Oh,
thought it was
yeah.
also interesting with Klaus making the comment, that type of love doesn't just go away.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, which means to me, no matter how much he feels he's compelled Stefan, he always knew
Yeah.
the game that him and Elena were playing.
Because
with
he
him.
still
Yeah.
has that kind of love for his family. Just because they're not around and he's put them away in coffins for now doesn't mean that he doesn't love them
Oh, he
anymore.
loves them. Big time.
Exactly.
They've
So
been
he
around.
has that himself.
They've been around for like how many millions of years or how many years?
1,000 years.
I mean that like
6 million.
So what's this?
85 million. They were actually featured on Terra Nova.
So what's a stake through the heart for 2 years? or so?
Exactly, for a
I
good
mean, it's
60
like, oh my
years.
god, I've seen your face for a long time. It's like a hot second for that.
Yeah. I don't need a nap.
Yeah.
Put it in. I'm
Actually,
tired.
I think I would do that. I'd be like, Oh, I am exhausted.
Wake me up in 100.
Yeah, 100.
Come get me.
I am so over my wardrobe. Wake me up when everything's changed.
Well, and then I want to add on to what you said about Matt. Why do we keep dangling this Matt and Elena love?
That will always be there as
It'll
her
always-
choice
yeah.
of whether she wants to be with a human.
Do we
Right.
think that that choice will ever? Do we think that
No.
I think
So
it
it's like-
will come.
Did it ever come on Buffy?
never?
Or
Never.
did it
Here's
come on
what will
Twilight? No,
happen.
she did not choose Jacob.
Jacob.
She did not choose
But he's a
Jacob.
But the
werewolf.
difference between Buffy was she did not choose Jacob. But the difference between that is he was a werewolf.
Yeah, but he
where-
was still the human side that
Yeah.
Bella decided between being
Sort of.
along.
because David, you're touching upon Xander, right?
Right.
So with Xander though, but Xander became more of the like goofy friend where
Right,
we're
but
not
they
getting
had.
that from Matt.
Okay,
no,
here's
we're
what-
not. But they had like flirtatious moments, and
No.
Buffy did.
There,
Oh,
what other
they
show
No,
did.
yes
is
they
it?
did.
Yes, they
They
did.
did. And actually,
Okay,
you know,
I
I
remember
was
Okay,
gonna even
sure.
touch upon.
You
But
can't
he liked
compare
her.
the
She
two.
was
But
not.
but he
in
never
it.
dated
It
her.
doesn't matter. No, they never
They
did.
never, it's a completely different
I'm
relationship.
trying to think what
though,
the show is
between
that
Buffy and
it's
Xander.
what?
It's entirely different.
Can we please do a Buffy AfterBuzz? This is
Wait,
amazing.
no, it's this 2012.
working on
People,
it.
stay
Okay.
tuned.
Okay, no, but it's. I think there could be something with Matt, but it will literally last.
It won't last
6
if it happens,
episodes.
yeah. It'll be a
and
period where
it
she's
will
like, I'm
be-
done
yeah.
with everyone and I
It'll
want to
be
be
an
with this
I'm
human
done.
again.
It'll
But it
be
won't
with-
last
yeah.
ever. It wouldn't. The series won't end with her running off with Matt and then
No.
like. No.
I
It
think
will
that-
literally be 6 I promise you it'll happen probably either second half of season 4, maybe first half of season 5. For a few episodes, she'll be so fed up and they'll go out on a few dinner dates and then it'll be like, okay,
I still
want to
think-
be with
They're gonna
David.
go the
I
Mystic
still
Falls
think
route.
that Matt's going to Ohio
Yeah.
or Utah with Jeremy.
But I think that's why he
He
doesn't.
will.
Well, let me ask this.
You
I
have
think
to
that's the
have a
only reason why
human
he
in the
doesn't.
Right, so
you have to
let
have a
me
human.
ask this because Matt to me is getting boring,
Very boring.
and so
That's always been
Boring.
boring.
He's always been like-
Bonnie is human though. We can't.
well, so I
She's
want to
a
bring
witch.
up
No,
Bonnie.
no, she's a
Love
witch.
interest.
But she's not like immortal.
No.
She's not immortal, but she has the most power.
And so
She's a
is
shitload of
and
power.
so
She can
is
barely light candles at this
They're-
point.
Tonight she's a little tired.
Mentor,
tonight.
they're
But so
guardian.
let me.
Alaric.
Alaric.
Alaric, thank you.
Alaric, he's
Look what she
human.
just said.
Alaric.
Oh,
Right.
Alaric, Allure. I
Right.
mean,
But-
I've had a
Why
few of
she's
these.
like-
I don't care what his name is.
But none of those people
The
can
old
This
exist.
is the
guy on-
AfterBuzz.
The old guy on the show.
None of those people can exist as a viable love interest for Elena.
Well,
so they
yes,
have to
that's
keep
true.
the
They need to
human
keep a human
exist
love
as a
interest
viable
for
love
her.
interest for her.
Well,
as somebody who she can look to as the opposite of Damon and Stefan.
How would
Yeah.
you feel if they brought a new human in?
I don't
love
need a new
interest?
human.
No.
For Elena, because look,
It's unnecessary.
No,
you get-
that
more new
ruins
characters.
that.
But
There's enough. There's just
Do you
so
get-
many
There's so
already.
many.
Yeah,
but honestly,
that's what I'm
part of me
saying.
likes the fact all these new people being thrown in because they kill them off just as quickly. But with Bonnie and Jeremy, with Jeremy leaving the show, to me, and I said this in
He
watching
needs to
it,
be replaced.
not needs to be replaced, but I think they need that love. Him and Bonnie's love thing, it just wasn't working, and it's not
Yeah.
going to work. We need Bonnie to have a new love interest.
Bonnie doesn't need a love
doesn't
interest.
Bonnie
Everyone
will.
does. Not
Bonnie
everyone
is
doesn't
getting
need
a love interest. I'm not gonna, because you guys hate spoilers, but Bonnie is getting a love interest.
I knew that you can
Yeah.
just sense that's
She is
why
getting a
Jeremy
love
is going away
interest.
from this.
I don't
She
care about
is-
Bonnie's
yeah.
love life.
I don't
I
care.
don't either.
But there's
Bonnie,
never
do your
gonna
magic.
be.
I want her to come do spells.
I don't
and
take it
leave.
seriously. That's why I don't care about
Can I
it, but
say
I do want
something?
her to. Girl, go ahead.
Okay, they will. I really doubt the only shows that bring in new characters for love interests are the ones that don't really have a set triangle. And there is a set triangle.
So we're leaving Matt
for-
as the set triangle.
No, so there's
Talking about
Elena,
Bonnie.
Stefan, and Damon.
Okay.
You don't need to bring in any other characters. You have Matt there just in case, but
Yeah.
you don't need any other characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think so either. Not for that triangle.
Not for that
My head
triangle.
is in a jumble. Any last comments before we head off to a damn commercial break? I need to do a mapping out of this love.
I'm totally rooting for Caroline and Klaus.
I have some awesome news and gossip when we come back. So let's head out to a commercial break and we'll be RB.
All right.
AfterBuzz TV. Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds. like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about? AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so a representative for Nina Dobrev has dismissed reports suggesting that the actress has turned down her co-star Ian Somerhalder's marriage proposal.
What?
In Touch magazine now reports Dobrev turned him down after Somerhalder proposed over Christmas 2011. With a friend telling the publication she just thinks she's too young. But the actress's rep says the story is false, insisting there is no truth to this item at all. There was no proposal.
Yeah.
Well, thank God.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah.
But why would she turn it down?
That's a very good point.
She turned down the proposal, but never happened. This just in.
So Kat Graham has confirmed that Bonnie and Klaus will come face to face once again, saying you are going to see more scenes of Klaus and Bonnie and her having to deal with him, but it might not be in the way you'd expect.
A good way.
Her motive is to try to get him killed. If she is in normal Bonnie mode, then she should be okay. If she's weakened by anything or in any way, it could make for crazy, crazy times for Bonnie.
So she will be weakened, because
Yeah.
why would that even...
Yeah, she would never suggest that if it wasn't going to happen.
But coming up next week, Bonnie's recent involvement with Stefan leads her to an important person in her life, her mother, Abby Bennett, which we saw in the preview for next
Right.
week. This leads her back to her finding her mother, who will learn left town 15 years ago, gave up her witchcraft, and gave up her family. Executive producer Julie Pleck says she'll be reuniting and working out a lot of issues with her mother. Graham adds that Abby's involvement in the mythology is intriguing and shocking and important, and you will be surprised.
Reunited and it feels...
Oh my God. I swear
I'm
to
excited
God, all
for
my
this.
life I was singing that song in my head.
I'm excited for a mother to come and play.
I am too.
I read that she brings
Yeah.
someone to town with her.
Yeah,
Really?
she does, and
I
I,
hope that's
think
her
he
love
is,
interest. That's
and it
Bonnie's
is her love
interest.
interest.
It's her mommy.
Like a son?
Like
Well,
it's
hopefully not her son.
No,
or else
it's-
they're going to be a love
No,
no,
yeah,
it's like a boy she's taken in, I think.
Like a
That's
houseboy?
interesting. Yes.
Yeah, the butler.
I love a good house
The Real
boy.
Housewives of Mystic Falls.
Well, who just takes in random
Like she adopted
guys?
him.
Like-
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm sure he's a founder.
He's part of the founding family. It's fine.
Sure of it.
she found him. So we'll get to predictions with that in a second. But congrats to Nina for winning Favorite TV Drama Actress last night at the 2012 People's Choice Awards. Dobrev tweeted earlier this week about the perfect birthday present, saying, "All I want for my birthday is a People's Choice Award." She did a little smiley face and said, "Usually girls want a pony, so this isn't too much to ask, is it?" So congratulations, Nina.
And she
This
was
is her
actually,
first time.
She was a
Yeah.
write-in. She wasn't even
Yeah.
actually nominated. Like they
Really?
allow like fans
Yeah.
to then write in, and they like some people wrote in. She got added to the ballot, and then she won.
I like that a pony actually
Good for
is
her.
easier to get. than People's Choice Award. I just want to point that out.
Especially for an actress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could go get a pony tomorrow. Can't get a People's Choice Award.
And now I think
You
it's
could if you went to Nina's house and stole it from her.
Oh.
It's now on her counter.
Yeah.
There you go.
And she actually carried it through LAX. Like, didn't take off her dress.
Yeah, I saw
Went to
pictures.
LAX. Her and Ian are walking through LAX. Ian's carrying their bags. She's like carrying a shopping bag and her People's Choice Award.
Good for her.
In her
what, though?
dress.
I'd make a hat out of it.
if I want a damn Grammy,
I would like.
Yeah, I would put
I'd
that
go
somewhere
gaga
else.
with that
I make a
shit.
chain.
I'd be like, what? Oh, what is
Are
this?
you okay?
No, this is
I'm saying
not.
if I had that, I'd make a chain out
okay.
of it. Like,
I mean, what's this? Oh no, this is not a weapon. This is a People's Choice.
I am the people's choice.
It's a hat.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we have a little spoiler alert. It's hard to believe that after this week ends, we'll already be halfway through the season. The CW.
what?
Yes. Of all the CW shows, it's going to be halfway through. But the synopsis in the network just sent over for the 13th episode of Vampire Diaries, and it looks like we have some things to look forward to. 1, we have a family dinner. Sheriff Forbes delivers some disturbing news to Alaric and Elena about the weapon used in a recent murder.
Okay,
Which is
so what it
probably
was that was used to kill Ben.
Ooh,
It's
do you know what I
Alaric's
think?
steak.
I think
That's what I want.
Alaric was a hunter, and it's his steak.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh.
kind of where I was going with it versus the Dr. Fell thing. Like, what if
No,
Alaric's like
I think Dr. Fell took it. I don't think Alaric killed him.
Dr. Fell killed him.
And she's like gonna try and frame Alaric.
I also
for it.
Dr. Phil. I'm like, how the heck do we bring this one into this group?
Girl, you didn't know? Dr.
like,
Phil's
Doc-
coming in next week. He's going to work on this love
Yeah,
triangle.
he's gonna sort it out.
He's gonna fix
This
the
has
sick
to
ball.
stop immediately.
Then we have in the Salvatore brothers' escalating quest to kill Klaus.
because it hasn't escalated enough yet.
Stefan turns to Bonnie and Abby, while Damon reaches out to an old acquaintance for help in setting up an elaborate plan.
Catherine.
Yep.
Yep.
Intent on a plan of his own, Klaus hosts a strange dinner party. Well, next week's the night of dinner parties, where he reveals another story from his family's violent past until an unexpected guest brings the party to an end.
Rebecca.
Mom.
Oh.
Elisha.
So, you think this is where he's going to explain why he killed his mother?
Yeah, and Mama's gonna show up next week.
Do we
They're
think
gonna finally be able to open it.
is
Yeah.
that his mother? Do you guys think? In
Yeah.
that?
Well, because last week we were trying to figure out who could be in the caskets, and they said this. They explained it this week that there were 6 children we know from the past.
There were 7
One-
children. 1 died in the old world.
Weren't there 6 children?
No, 7. 1
There's
died in the
7.
old world. 1 died, in, the new world.
Rebecca's with him.
So is Elijah.
Totally didn't know that one.
Elijah's in the caskets.
I think Elijah's in another casket with him. Anyways, there's one
Either
extra.
way.
Who did we
coffin.
see
Yeah.
when Elena opened the, or when Bonnie opened the
It
first?
was.
It was a dream.
It was a dream, and it was
dream.
Klaus.
Klaus.
It was Klaus.
Klaus,
Meaning that's what she thinks whoever's in the casket
Can
can be
put
the
Klaus
one to
in a
put
casket.
Klaus in a casket.
It's, I think it's the mother.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
honestly think it's the mother. She's the only one who has
Mommy
witch
dearest.
powers that
Right.
that could happen to. So meanwhile, Caroline is heartbroken when she is unable to stop a tragedy from unfolding. We have Zach Zorig also stars. Jeffrey Hunt directed the episode, written by Terry Mayer and Al Septine. I'm
So
excited.
Matt's
for next
there,
week.
but has
That
no
should be-
storyline.
Yeah. So Matt's at the dinner at Caroline's house.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything.
Who do we think? Well, so let's get into predictions right now.
Yeah.
So I think we're all on the same level. We all think
For
that
AfterBuzz TV.
David,
Predictions.
Yeah.
you have to do something like I don't know, like a pop star with that on your
With your Brittany mic.
Work the couch.
Yeah, predictions.
Ew.
I'm a
This just in. This is a prediction. Yeah.
There we go.
I told you I'm ready, bitch. You thought I was lying.
I cannot. Oh, so
Oh god.
we're all on agreement that we think that Klaus's mother is the one locked in that
Yeah.
Yeah.
magically thing. So who do we think's showing up to this
yeah.
dinner party next week for Klaus's dinner party?
Mom.
Klaus.
Mom.
Well,
No. Before the mother, the unexpected guest.
Here's the thing. Ian Somerhalder tweeted a video. I don't know. It might be too. This episode might be too early, but he tweeted a video. It was like tagged the guys of Vampire Diaries, and he videoed all their chairs, and one of them was Daniel Gillis, who plays Elijah. So he's gonna be back. So it could be him.
I could see them bring Elijah back in the sense that he plays for their team.
Yeah.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, and also,
like-
if he's there, it could be a flashback too.
That's true.
If they're gonna show more of the original family, like before they all died.
Right. If these,
we've been
if
told we were
Klaus
gonna
is
see-
explaining.
Weren't we told we were gonna see more of that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that could be. He might not even be in present day, but still on set.
All right, Caroline's tragedy. What do we think
Who
this is?
knows?
That one.
I kind of thought that.
Do we think
Caroline
she's gonna
was-
rock this bracelet though, like boldly?
Yeah.
I would.
Wouldn't you?
I mean, I don't care if I hate him
We
or
did-
not.
wait.
That's a diamond bracelet. Oh,
Quick question: Did he take the charm bracelet? Did he take
no,
the
she
charm
was
bracelet?
wearing it.
Okay, so okay.
She looked at it.
But what if it has something to it, like if she wears it, because she's so predictable. Of course, she's gonna wear diamonds. There's some power to it.
That's.
I don't know.
I don't
think
this
there's
is
power to
predictions.
it. Yeah.
Predictions.
Here's the thing.
can say
About
whatever
what we
you
were
want.
saying when we said acquaintance, and we said Catherine. I think Catherine's a little more than acquaintance.
But I think that they would use that word to describe her so you wouldn't think of
But
her.
the thing is, when they described her before, when Stefan went to her in the first few episodes, they were like, Stefan goes to an unexpected route, or like an unexpected friend, or an unexpected. I think Catherine's just more. I was thinking,
So who do
who
you
else?
think?
Catherine's a wild
else
card.
is-
She's always like either gonna be good or bad. Yeah.
Maybe a former witch.
Maybe a former witch. I'm excited. I
Oh.
can't wait.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, thank you guys for joining me here tonight. Where can we follow
you.
everybody on Twitter? You can hit me up at DJ Jesse J. We can talk about Vampire Diaries all week long. Emily?
Emily Harbert, Harbert.
You
Billy?
can follow me at BillyNellis_duh.
At Brittany Brower.
At You Can Call Me Skiff.
You sure can.
Yeah.
So until next week, guys, same time, same place. Peace.
Good night.
Bye.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janedy, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Bye.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.